Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it may be for you. For me, it's 5:22 a.m. Dead of the night. Well, still dead of the night for me. Thank you for summoning me, guys and girls and everyone else in between. Um, Again, this is the Racing Tickets YouTube channel, and this is Crash with you live for free practice 3. Don't know why there's a yellow flag on track, why it's indicated that way. Looks like it's just some rogue data right now. Maybe about 7 minutes to go, 7.5 minutes to go before we get there. That would be a good time to look at the decision documents from yesterday. Who's been a bad boy? So we've got. Uh-oh, that's 44. That's Hamilton, isn't it? So basically, there was an incident with Hamilton, Kim and Antonelli. Basically, they determined that despite the more lenient approach to impeding in free practice, the impeding was unnecessary and that a warning to the driver is warranted. So I only gave Hamilton a warning that he did breach the sport regulations, but they only gave him a warning as opposed to anything, and that's the only decision document. We'll take a look at P1 classification. Bring that document up. So yesterday, in free practice 1, we had George Russell did 32 laps in a time of 105.542. Fastest time was 237.6112. Max was second, time of 502.607, gap of 0.65 thousandths, and his fastest speed was 237.377. Oscar was third, and he had a 105.697, a gap of 155. And this is where things get interesting with FP1. We had two rookies in, and one of them was Alexander Dunn. He is an Irish F2 driver. He was in for Lando Norris, and he did a 105.766. He was only 0.224, so quarter of a second off of Russell's top time. His fastest speed was 236.803. So, again, one of the promising rookie. He's currently the points leader in F2 right now. The other rookie was Dino Bregonovic, and I believe he was in Charles Leclerc's car. He did a 106.369. He was 8.27 off, so within a second, just over 8 tenths. His fastest time was his fastest speed was a 234.651 kilometers per hour. So take a look at P2. And at the end at P2, we had Lando Norris. So basically, where Lando had been, let me see. Yeah, Lando. Again, Lando was out, and then Oscar was third. The next session, it was Lando and Oscar 1 and 2, Max third, Lance. Stroll was P4, and he was only 4.42 tenths off of Lando's top time, which was 104.58. He did 35 laps. This weekend, we're going to be using the C3, C4, C5 tire. How's the weather? The weather looked pretty good, actually. As far as I can tell, there was no rain last night, and I was watching the Porsche Super Cup earlier, and it was clear, dry track. Saying chat. I thank all of you who have shown up so far. Yeah, we got 3 minutes left now before we get a green light at the end of the track. Temperature right now is 30 degrees Celsius at 89 Fahrenheit, moderate. Humidity is 48. It's 23 degrees, 73. So it's not. It's a good day out there. It's good weather. The wind is about 2.5 kilometers to the south. It says 2.2 to the west on our board here. So I'm wondering where they're getting. Whether they used this old tire no, that doesn't make any sense in the new because they only pick 3 compounds. Yeah, they only pick 3 compounds for each race, and they designate each of those compounds for the soft, medium, hard. So again, where we see the C5 as the soft compound, again at Monaco, it was the medium compound. So yeah, no, this is more about there are 3 compounds. There doesn't make any sense to use any more colors when you've gone to only 3 compounds per race. Again, we have 6 total compounds this year that they can select from. No, there's 6 compounds. There's legitimately no Austin. There's legitimately 6 compounds. There's a new C6 compound that is faster. That's softer than the C5, and then on top of that, we also have the intermediates and the wets compounds. Those we have no. Um, I mean, those are the rules of the game. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, that's the rules, how the regulations are set up. Yeah, currently this year there's 1 to 6 compounds, C1 through C6, and then there's the wet and the intermediates. The one, 3 compounds are selected through the slicks, which is the 1 through 6. We got 45 seconds to go before we go into green light. We got a new poll up. Who will get the pole position today? It is Team Ferrari, Team McLaren, Team Mercedes, or Team Verstappen. I'm going Mercedes for some reason. I don't know. Something about Russell. He's gonna pull this off. We are now just seconds away to that green light. And we do have a green light. Now, welcome to FP3, everyone. I've seen this multiple times where basically session starts. We have started FP3, but no one's coming out on track. Behrman's not in his car. Stroll's in his car. Why is Stroll on? No, that's Alonso. No, Alonso is in his car. No, Vivek, you're perfectly on time. And I'm not being sarcastic about it. You are perfectly on time. No one is in there. I mean, we got Alonso's car, but we've got the clerk going into the garage. We've got a camera following him. And he's going over the setup. Again, we've got no one on track right now. And again, part of the problem is that FP3 is not a representative either quality or of the race. So teams are like, whatever. We got Lance Stroll in his car. They say, One of the things that they're talking about on F1 TV right now is when they did the new updated like laser they basically go around the track and they basically do a virtual tracing of it essentially. And when they did it this time around, the track ended up being like 8 meters longer, and that came about because they basically it's not that the course has changed per se, it's more that they have made slight changes to the gravel pit and whatnot, and they are slightly widened by a little bit in each of the corners. And there's 10 corners, you widen that by half a meter or so, you get your 8 right there. So it's a crazy that the track is technically long, and so they're doing this based on the inner curve of the track. It's how they're setting up the length, and so that's why while the course is not technically changed, it is now technically longer. And here comes one of the Aston Martins. Leave that. That's Stroll, and then there's Alonso. So they're going to send both of the cars out. They might go out on that one tire and then come right in. When a rookie partakes in free practice, particularly FP1, the main F1 misses out on a critical session. Um, I wouldn't call it critical. Like critical would be the FP1 on a sprint weekend. They would never see a rookie there. I mean, they are missing the session, but also, I mean, it's part of the regulations that they need to put rookies into these cars for training. That's the purpose, is that we can get these drivers in these cars to be familiar with the F1 car. But the driver does miss out on a session. Calling it critical is where I'm balking at the moment. So we got Stroll, Alonso, and Verstappen on track right now. We do not have the tires at the moment, and that's an upstream issue. We got a $5 donation from Paula. Thank you, for the best channel out there. Thank you so much for your donation. And as expected, Stroll and Alonso are coming into pit, so they only did essentially a installation lap. So whatever tire they went out on, they just scrubbed them. And by scrubbing means they went out on that one tire and used one lap on it. The goal here is to basically get this tire used. Basically, so they most likely get a hard tire because Stroll now just came out on a medium tire. The philosophy behind scrubbing is that if you scrub a hard and a medium tire, you get the shine off the tire essentially. And by doing that, you get the tire into its operational range faster when you need to use it later on. I do not know the science behind that. It's one of those, it makes sense in theory, but I have no clue whether that makes sense or not, or if that's actually true in terms of hard empirical data. Um, I tend more on the skeptical side on that. I'm not sure that it sounds more like a fairy tale than it sounds like an actual hard truth. But that's just my gut feeling on that. Max just went around, did a 106.131 lap time, total purple lap. Colapinto, excuse me, is now out on track. So normally I am the harbinger of red flags. I do not expect to see a red flag this weekend. And again, we've got Stroll coming in and Alonso coming in the pits. So again, they just scrubbed another set of tires each. So Max is on a cool down lap right now, and Cole Pinto is on his out lap. He's on medium tires. Max is actually on a hard set of tires. So that's what the F1 timing tower is saying. You can drive a Formula 4 go kart around any track. Question is how fast. I mean, look at the F1 Academy. Those are essentially Formula 4 cars. The Academy is essentially is a Formula 4 feeder series. Hi, folks from Saigon. Thanks for the commentary. Welcome to be here, Simonwood. Colapino right now doing his lap. He's hitting 230, 240. They're about 260 in the first in the speed trap. Gasly has come out on track. He's coming out on medium tires as well. Franco's coming around turn 8, going to turn 9. It'll be turn 10 now, going into the start finish line. He's going to come out at 107.516. He's a second and 3/10 behind Max in terms of his time. Stroll and Alonso, because they came out and came into the pits, they did not actually do an actual lap, so they've not set times. Gasly right now is on an out lap, so he still has not set a time. Blue Hawk from Tasmania. Wow, we've got another commentator who's been on this channel is from Tasmania as well. We are 49 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in this session. Max is on. No, Max started a lap and then decided to abandon it. See if he pits. No, he's going around again. So this will actually be his next lap. But definitely that last lap was a cool down lap. So he's now picking up speed. Gasly's on his lap as well. I don't believe next weekend is a sprint weekend. Let me just check. No, so we had Shanghai and Miami already. The Belgian Grand Prix, Spa, Austin, Sao Paulo, Brazil, and Qatar, Lusail are going to be our 6 sprint weekends. Ocon is coming onto track. Gasly's going to set a 106.800, and Max goes faster, does a 105.818. So it's a slow start to FP3 right now. We've got Behrman coming on track. Why Max is out and Sonoda is not is a good question. So like I have a hamster powered internet. Kingman saying that Verstappen can't solo Red Bull to the championship. It needs Sonoda's help, but he's clueless with the car. I mean, that's Red Bull's fault. They should have had him in the car at the beginning of the season. Why did they put Lawson in over Sonoda? I have no clue. Hey Crash, why no Twitch stream? Ask the boss on that one. He's trying something with YouTube algorithm. You'll have to ask him for more details of what he's trying to do. And we'll be back on Twitch for quality in the race. Ocon is 3/10 down after one sector. It's not very good. He is on soft tires. Tsunoda's out on track now. One of the McLarens is starting to move. I think that is Norris. Hamilton's on track as well. Hamilton finishing his out lap now. That is Norris coming out. Hulkenberg coming out on track. Alonso back on track. Is the Ferrari 4 upgrade helping them or not? Not really telling there's any difference with the car. Hamilton was pretty down on how yesterday went in media reports, so not really sure what's going on. Snowden just went P2 with a 105.928, and that is 1/10 slower than his teammate. That's where Snowden should be. They need him to be within that, typically 2/10, but it's within 10th right now. Hamilton went third with a point. He's 0.79 behind Verstappen. Gasly's P4. He's over a second behind. Bierman's over a 1 second, 0.104, and then Ocon is 1.141. Colapino is 7th with 1.117. Here comes Norris. He's starting his what would we expect to be a flying lap. Alonso as well, and Hulkenberg and Gasly. Those are the 4 on flying laps right now. Actually, Max is another flying lap, pushing sector times right now. Fast first and second sector in this lap already. Here comes Max. Purple lap 105.568. He adds 2.5 tenths, almost a quarter of a second on his time. So Yuki drops to 3.6 gap. Gasly improves in his time, but not in his position. 106.477. He's 0.9 behind. Here comes Norris. Norris goes top of the board. He goes 1.56, 156 6 thousandths faster than Max. Alonso goes P4. He's almost 8/10 behind Norris. Norris took fastest second and third sector on that lap. Hulkenberg goes to P7. He's 1.2 behind Norris. It's over a second. We're at 189 likes right now. If we can get a few more, we can get to 200. help us with the algorithm. I want to thank the 172 who are watching right now. Stroll goes to P4. He's 0.772 behind Max. It is a tenth. No, 17 thousandths the difference between Stroll and Alonso. Max is pitted. Yuki is still out. Several more teams are out right now. Oscar's out. The Racing Bulls are out. Borrell is out. Leclerc is out. That leaves only the Williams and Mercedes who have not entered the track at this point. Shay's here. I didn't think you were going to be here. Glad to see you. Again, we've got Paula. So I saw one more other. If you've joined the channel, say something so I can call you out. But these are the people who are in green. You'll see that they have a badge with a star next to them. That indicates that they've joined the channel and they're throwing a few bucks each month. I'm one of those as well. Oscar just went P3, 105.794. He's 0.382 behind his teammate. More than 2.3 behind Max. So almost 4 seconds behind Max, Oscar is right now. Alonso fastest first sector right now. Alonso's cooking. Let's see what's going on here. Clerk is down by 20 thousandths of a second. He's on a flying lap right now. Something's happened on Alonso's lap. He's pulled back. Alonso abandoning his lap. What happened with Kirk? I think Leclerc is abandoning his lap. That's a good first sector, but then something went wrong. Showing a play called Pino missing the turn. Borrell goes to P8 with a 106.306, 0.894, almost 9/10 behind Norris. What's going on with Leclerc? Hamilton missing the turn. I think they're missing turn 3, guys. I think they're coming in too fast. They're missing turn 3, not making the turn. It's either that or turn 4. No, it looks more like turn 3. Very weird. Right now we got Gasly on a fast lap, Norris on a fast lap. We've got Pinto about to finish his lap. He's gonna go up to 12th. He is over a second behind. We have Sainz and Albon on track. Both of them starting flying laps. Sainz already through sector 1. Yuki goes to P2 with 105.499. He's what's happened there? Oh, Norris just did a new flying lap. It was relatively small, but now the gap has jumped to 6/10. Norris is in the 104s, 104.88, fastest second and third sector. Less than a tenth between Tsunoda and Verstappen, though. Good to note that Verstappen is in the pits right now. He's the only one in pits right now. Right now, Burrow is on an outlap. So it was Ocon and Oscar. Leclerc has just pitted. Albon to 12. So Hamilton just went P2. Hulkenberg to P5. Gasly to P8. Stroll to P9. Albon to P12. Colapino to P15. Where the things are staying at the moment. Russell's starting a flying lap right now. He's over 300. Hitting 312 before the first braking zone. Down to 74 kilometers an hour. Gonna spy one of the Williams. 315, 313. Excuse me. It's gonna hit 295, 300. Going into turn 9. He's going around turn 10 right now to the start finish line. And Russell's gonna come across over a second behind Norris. That's interesting. He's on a soft tire too. That'll be a P8 for Russell. His second behind. That's interesting. Is he weighted down? Is a better question. Here is Antonelli coming to P11. Bro, I'm trying to make Yuki. That's you, boss. He's talking about you. Trying to make Yuki not be part of the Red Bull in that poll boosted Yuki's performance. Ooh, that's a nice. Ooh. Baron saying that one of the Karens holding up the clerk, not him. Snow pitting in. Max is coming out of the pits. So right now we only have Sonoda, Gasly, and Colapinto. Oscar's going to P3, 105.408. He's half a second behind Norris. Hamilton is P2. He's 4.53 behind Norris. That was watching Leclerc. He does not improve in Sector 1, but improves in Sector 2. Got over 2,000 watching right now. We've got over 229 likes. Again, those of you who are here on YouTube, if you hit the bell and subscribe and hit the bell, you'll get notifications when we go live. We go live for every session. It includes, again, all of the free practices will be, again, for quality later today and the race tomorrow. Speaking of the race tomorrow, we'll have Mr. V as a Mr. V in this camping chair. We will have him tomorrow for the race. Looking forward to working with him again. He's enjoyed his perspective on things. So there looks like something had happened with Leclerc on that last lap between Oscar and Behrman. We'll see what the stewards say, if the stewards say anything. And we had a impediment with Hamilton and Kimi Antonelli in FP1, and ultimately the stewards only gave Hamilton a warning. Ultimately, so they were being more lenient in FP1. So they're telling Charles the box he's going to come in and go out right away. So it looks like they're doing pit stop challenge, pit stop practice. Got 32 minutes and 55 seconds left to go in this session. You guys are listening to the Race 66 channel. This is Grass with you with live coverage. What are you doing? And they're bringing him into the garage. Interesting. So they're saying one thing on the radio and doing something else on track. One of the stories this weekend again is that the F1 film has come out. For our purposes right now, we're going to hold off from discussing the film in detail. We'll do that next weekend in Silverstone. Give people about a week to go out and see that film. I did see it yesterday on Thursday, and it was excellent. I do recommend seeing it. My only thing I will say without spoiling the film is that if you did not like Drive to Survive, you're probably going to be miffed with the film with some of the things that go on. I mean, it's a Hollywood film. And if you go in with that expectation, with the understanding that, um, you'll enjoy the film. And if you go in with low expectations, it being a summer film, you will enjoy it as well. Yeah. So don't take it seriously. Don't try and like. There's things that go on in that film that are hilarious. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the funny part because it's funny. We got Albin just came. No, that was Alonso coming in the pits. So we got Albin, Sainz, Antonelli, Verstappen, Stroll, Borrello, and Russell on track. Stroll, I expect to come in, given his teammate just did. No, Stroll's out. Stroll's going out again. Isaac is coming out on track again. So we got several people. Again, we're halfway through this session right now. Sonoda's done 6 laps. So is Leclerc. And Lawson. They're the ones who've done the least amount of laps. Actually, I take back. Antonelli's only done 5, but he's on track right now. The others in the pit. So there's that. Max has done the most right now with 14 laps. He's currently on a hard tire. I expect him to be going around for a while getting data. Should have been named Apex GP instead of F1. No, it's. I mean, one of the good things about the film is it isolates Apex in their own little world. And while there are other teams, but you're not digging into the other teams. You're not, you know, it's focused within that world. Oh no, Mario's too old. Mario's too old. Brad does a really good role actually. And then also we want to give a props to Hamilton. He was one of the driving individuals for this project. This is a huge success for Hamilton, to be quite honest, and that will it will. I mean, he's already the seven-time world champion with him and Schumacher, but with this puts Hamilton's impact off the track even greater. I have traditionally been a Hamilton naysayer, love picking at Hamilton fans and now the Ferrari fans, but ultimately, I give Hamilton huge props, huge respect for Hamilton for having invested his time on the film, getting the film, being a producer, whatnot, getting this moving forward. Um, we wouldn't have this film without Hamilton's involvement. Bottom line. So bravo for Hamilton for his role in the film. Bravo to everyone else who took part in the film. I know, like Ruth Buxcombe was a consultant, F1 consultant on the film. I forgot who was the other one. There was another. I forget their name, but there were two actual people who know what they're talking about, who have been in F1, um, doing legit work for the film. Clark just went P5, 105.410. He's the fastest on track right now at P5. The others are in the pits at the moment. He's just over half a second, 5.22 behind Norris's time. One of the things in the ticker right now is Oscar is not willing to enter McLaren team orders discussion. And why would he? I mean, that's a. I know that that's come up because of the incident last 2 weeks ago in the race. But yeah, no, there's no reason for him to talk about team orders in that particular way in public, and he knows that if he talks about it, it damages the relationship with Norris, and also it brings up ire in the fans, in us, because he's telling about that. We talked about him. He's at Oscars now coming back out on track. He's currently P4. He's at 5.2. Leclerc is 2000. Yeah, 2000. So Oscar is 5.2 and Leclerc is 5.22. Albon just went P6. He's 5.73 behind Norris. Low for Hamilton. That's weird. He's on an outlap though, so that's be why. Again, people are showing points right now in chat. I go, this is specific to YouTube. This is just basically that you are here and present and typing in chat. There's a few other ways. I know Paul is so far ahead partly because she's donated gifts and donations to the channel, and that also affects your points. I am 5,000 points or 50,000 points. Yeah, I think I'm 50,000 points out of. No, 5,000. Yeah, I'm about 5,000 points out of the top 10. So I've got work to do or chat more during these practices. Hamilton's going slow still. Hamilton, that's weird. Okay, so Hamilton just did an outlap, and he's doing another lap, and he's going slow. Something's not right with Hamilton. Hamilton just missed the turn 3. What's going on? Or was that Clerk I saw? I'm trying to think. Yeah, Ferrari are going slow around the track right now, and I don't know why. Showing them going wide right now and hitting that gravel. Hamilton doing a better. Watching Hamilton go around turn 3 right now. Hamilton has a decent sector 1, but not a great sector 1. Clark just went P2. Did a 105.157. He's 269 behind. Norris Hamilton is right now is 0.380. But that was a while ago. His last lap was a 138. Russell did a 132, but he's on that lap. Oscar's being pulled into the garage. Felix asking, why is Max on hard? Are they saving soft for the race before it could rain? I don't know. Russell's got the fastest first sector right now. I've actually not seen the weather report for tomorrow. That's a good question. Had not rained at all. I know there was a little bit of rain, I think, over Thursday night, though. Yeah, they're not there. Yeah, there's no looking at weather right now. Weather forecast. Yeah, no rain in the forecast right now from today into tomorrow and even to Monday. So there's no. It'll be windy later today at 5 p.m. There should be a gust again tomorrow, but nothing for the race itself. So it's looking like it is clear. Why did Lando abort? Looks like because if you abort, you can build up to do another flying lap right away. Someone pointing out this floor damage for Oscar again. You go over the gravel that way, you are going to damage the floor. Seems Red Bull has some new sponsors. Who are the new sponsors? What are you? I'm interested in what you're pointing out. Why do you board it? Because if you go, if you went wide, if you make a mistake on that lap, there's no point to push the car through the entire lap. Yeah, we got 19 minutes to go in this session right now. We're 2/3 of the way through this session. Alonso's P6. He's Alonso's 0.499 behind Norris's time. I got the glue gun. Oh, that's not a good sign. Glue gun on Oscar's car. Oh boy. Norris going around. He's not improving. He's going relatively slow. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing with. I'm not sure what they're doing with Norris right now. Yeah, it's 25 seconds in sector 1. That's relative. That's very very slow. We're seeing a lot of soft tires already. Gasly's on a medium tire. Stroll and Isaac. So there's some mediums out there. Yeah, I wouldn't even say that he even started a lap this time around. Norris could also be weighted down. I don't know what's going on with Norris. We'll see. He's coming to the start finish line right now. Does he pit? No, he's going. He's picked up some speed. We'll see if this is. See where sector one comes out to be. Oh my sing! Thanks for the updated color scheme, guys. Thank the boss. This is actually helpful for me as well. And so Norris does get the fastest first sector at 16.361, and he's going around turn 3. Albin coming around turn 3 right now. Norris at turn 4. See where Norris is looking good in sector 2 right now. And he's got a fastest sector 2 as well. And I can jump ahead just slightly. He does a 104.324, a new fastest time. That puts Russell to 0.694. Antonelli's P3. Leclerc is P4 and Hamilton's P5. Albon currently P6. Though Albon's coming to end of his lap and he's improving all his times. And he goes up to P6. Someone came off the track, got on yellow just for a moment, but has returned back to green. So it means they went off and came back on. Andy's here in chat. Hi everyone, I'm at the airport in Taipei. Oh, good to see you here. Glad that you were able to come. Oh, Archon just went P11 and Behrman just went up to P6, so Archon's now P12. Stroll going P4, 105.062. He's 7.38 behind. Oh, I just caught the replay. 3 seconds degree, no damage. He does. Wow, I'm gonna rewind that, see that one more time. So Isaac coming in turn 10. Oh wow, turn 10 comes in. He hits curbs and loses control of the car. Does a full 360 on the start finish line grid. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, he loses. He hits curbs. He goes wide, hits some gravel, and then he goes to 360. No damage to the car. Well, I mean, there's flat spots on the tires, but he'll be able to go around and pit. Does it now? Isaac trying to avoid that second Red Bull seat. Well, that's one way to do it. Lawson on track right now. And he's on an out lap. No, yeah, he's on an out lap. Oscar on maybe a flying lap. Let's see, Albin coming out of the pits. So we got Ocon, Behrman, Stroll, Barello, and Sonoda on track. Lawson on what might be a flying lap. And Oscar. Sonoda improving now. So Sonoda's improved in sector 1. He's the only one on a flying lap at the moment. Keep an eye on him. He's coming around turn 7 to turn 8 on that straight to 9, that short straight to 9. And he improves in sector 2 as well. He has a subsector in sector 1. He's going to come to the line. And, the end of the lap wasn't as good as he had been. But he does improve in sector 3. Jumped up to P5. He's 0.815 behind Norris. Lawson is now coming around to start a new lap. Oscar. Oscar, let's see if he is. His last lap was a 126. What's going on? Albin comes across the line. His last lap was 148. That was an out lap. Excuse me. Track evolution shouldn't be as much of a case as it should be elsewhere, and that's mostly because we've got like F2, F3, the Porsche Super Cup racing here as well. Lawson now up to P8 with 105.182. That's a 0.858. Same time as Borrello, but Borrello did it before him, so that's why he's got the edge. Oscar just jumped to P2 with 104.442. Fastest first sector. Gap is 118. Again, Albin is 105.314. So we got 10 minutes and 45 seconds left to go. Right now, our board looks like Norris first, Oscar Sarah, Russell third, Antonelli fourth, Stroll fifth, Sonoda sixth, Leclerc seventh, Bordeaux eighth, Lawson ninth, Hamilton 10th. And then on the other half is Albin 11, Bierman 12, 13 Alonso, 14 Hulkenberg, Ocon is 15, Verstappen is 16th, though he's been in the pits for quite a while. Sainz is 17, Gasly 18th, Isaac is 19th. Isaac just did the 360 at the start finish line, and Colpino 20th. And McLaren's the only one in the 104s. We've got Russell, Antonelli, Stroll, Tsunoda in the low 105s. We got Leclerc in that low. Wow, we got in 2/10. We got P3 through P9 within 2/10. Hamilton is 105.2668. So is Hulkenberg with a 105.283. But we are somewhat bunched up from P3 through, I almost say P14, P15. Alonso is 105.387. Max is cooked. Max is done and done. Okay. I mean, it's practice. He's certain he's headed to Mercedes. Okay. That's interesting. Norris, the Red Bull McLaren pull award from no, they're not. Oh my God, they're not pulling award from IndyCar. Now I know you're full of it. They're not. McLaren's not pulling award from IndyCar. Practice. I'm excited for qualifying. Yeah, I'm going to be excited for qualifying as well. That's going to be interesting. The field is tight. Leclerc just moved up to P3. He's only exactly quarter of a second behind Norris. So that's a good, you know, any mistake can drop a driver out of contention. And we're seeing drivers make hero laps. I mean, we've seen Stroll up higher. He's currently P6, but he was up P3 earlier in FP2. He was P4 earlier today. Hamilton just jumped to P4, 104.790. He's 4.66 behind Norris. And I think there's only one IndyCar driver worthy of F1 seat, and that's below. Yeah. No, Palou is good, but he's never coming to F1, and you can blame McLaren for that. Yeah, no, Palou's never coming to F1. Legitimately, like after what happened with McLaren and um, the contract situation, and it's very much similar what McLaren did with Oscar. In fact, they did. What happened with Palou happened first. So, ooh, that's a wild bumping ride. That is Lando going over curbs. McLaren tried to steal Palou from Chip Ganassi Racing. The problem is that the contract that Palou signed with McLaren wasn't legit, whereas the contract with Oscar was legitimate. And that's because Oscar was actually out of contract with um, Alpine, and Palou was not out of contract with Chip Ganassi Racing. And ultimately, since then, Palou has won the IndyCar Championship, I think 2, 3 more times, and he this year won the Indianapolis 500. Yeah, IndyCar. We've got since we brought that up. Has an interesting season this year because only Palou and Kyle Kirkwood are the only two drivers who won any races this season, and so Palou has won the majority of them and 2/3 of them, and Kyle the other third. It's been a wild season, dominant season. And again, this is a dominant season for Palou already, on top of winning the Indianapolis 500. So. I'm not seeing anyone improving on their times right now. So again, we got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this session. Good morning, Grash. Good morning to you, Nick. Been quiet FP. I mean, we've had cars going over curbs, going wide. Most of the McLarens have been doing that. And then we've had the 360 at the start, just before the start finish line by Isaac, losing control at turn 10. Russell is doing a decent sector one. He's 53 thousandths off his best time in sector one right now. Give a yellow flag. And that's Sonoda. So to stop on track. What's happened here? Yuki's crashed. Did he crash? He's moving again. Oh yeah, what's going on? There's no shot of Yuki. That's interesting. So Yuki is moving again. I'm not sure. So incidentally went wide at the turn 10. That turn one is a menace since yesterday. Doesn't look like there's any. Are they doing a? That's not Yuki Tsunoda. That's Antonelli. Showing a replay of Antonelli going wide at turn 10. Yeah, turn 10 is another menace right now this weekend, apparently. They're not showing what happened with Yuki. We got a minute and 45 seconds left to go in this session. Right now, we've got Norris and Oscar top of the board, 1-2. Max is third. Leclerc and Hamilton 4 and 5. Russell Hensley 6-7. Stroll is eighth. Yes, that is correct. Stroll is eighth. Sonoda's ninth. Bordello is 10th. Lawson is 11th. Hulkenberg is 12th. We've got Albon Sainz 13th, 14th. Alonso 15th. Behrman 16th. Gasly 17th. Ocon 18th. Colapinto 19th. And Isaac is 20th. We are from P1 to P20 is 1.699. So almost 1.7. From P1 to P13 is 1 second. Science P14 is just over by two thousandths. Alonso within 1.334. Several within that under that 1.1 mark. So. I want to thank everyone who's watched with us, chatted in chat. We will be back on Twitch and other platforms with Quali and the race. And then for the race itself, we'll also have Mr. V, as in Mr. V in his camping chair. He'll be here with us. Another yellow flag. Yellow flag. I don't. Oh, here comes. There's Max spinning. Oh, we missed that. He did that around turn 10. Oh, Max did the same thing as Isaac. Did a full 360. Colio went wide. Is he going again? He does. So there is no red flag. They're showing replay of Charles not going well around turn 1. I don't think they showed Colapino being stuck in the gravel. He does get out and still continue, though. Is either everyone is sandbagging big time or AMR have found something this week? AMR have found something. I'm sorry, I thought it was the Safety Car Services of the United States. It's AMS. Aston Martin found something this weekend. Definitely Aston Martin have improved. Not still more, but still they're been finding them making laps when it's not expected. So again, for everyone here at the Racing 60 channel, this session has come to a close. We will gonna take our time. We'll reset, and we'll see you soon. Ooh, there's Franco Colapino. Oh, he turned around, and I think there was traffic, which is what prevented him from getting back on track right away. So again, everyone here at the Racing channel, this is Grash from the boss and everyone else. We will see you in a little while for Quali. Take care, everyone.